The news tonight: women in Edo to benefit from federal government World Bank supported projects across 3 local government areas of the state. Motorists as well as communities along NTABENIN highway count gains of ongoing construction. Plus, more calls for peace as INEC releases timetable for Edo governorship election. A very good evening to you. Thank you so much for joining us on the news tonight. I am Goodluck in Naini. Now, 50 women from 3 local government areas of Edo State are to benefit from the first phase of the federal government World Bank supported Nigeria for Women project, NWP. This is aimed at bridging the social-economic gaps existing between the female and male genders in the state. This was at a maiden meeting of the Steering Committee Nigeria for Women project chaired by the Deputy Governor, Phyllis Shaibu, in Government House. Elizabeth Omoko reports.
Edo State is one of the 7 states which women are expected to be empowered. The targeted women from the ages of 18 and above will be grouped into 1,200 affiliated groups with 12 to 15 women in a group. For the Deputy Governor Phyllis Shaibu, empowering women will have a multiplier effect on the nation's economy and will also help reduce poverty. He wants the steering and technical committees for the project to come up with the best possible modalities that will guarantee successful execution of the project.
Technical committee and implementation committee should take note of the issue of sustainability. Is critical in this project.
Enumerating lack of access to counterpart fund as a problem militating against empowerment projects in the country. The state's project coordinator, Louisa Akbonkese, is optimistic that beneficiaries will be tracked and properly monitored to ensure that they are on course.
Don't be trained to be able to use their voice as leaders and participate in decision making in the household and at the community level. It's going to be very realistic. At the end of the day, we're going to have women who are champions, women who are economically balanced, women who are knowledge, women who are leadership.
Ikoboha, Esa Southeast and Isaka West local governments are expected to benefit from the first phase of the project. In Benin, Elizabeth Omoko, NTA News.
Thank you, Elizabeth. And now the Niger Delta Amnesty Program has added to its number of empowered beneficiaries 135 men and women who have been trained in various areas of specialization. Anwuli Okolo reports that they are being empowered with materials that will get their businesses running as soon as possible.
All these items will be handed over to you. You'll be given a shop, then you will buy your trade.
This is coming after a 6 months training in 4 areas of specialization, including welding and fabrication, provision business, electrical works, and cement and building works. The beneficiaries are being given starter packs, which include materials necessary for their areas of specialization, and a business name certificate, making them part of the micro, small, and medium-scale businesses in the country.
I don't have anything to eat at home. Now I have something to work with to provide money for my family, so I'm very, very grateful.
I will just use it to work and make sure I give back what they want from me.
This empowerment that given to us now, we really appreciate it, and we're really happy because from now most of us will start our life, our families will start our lives to become somebody else.
I, on behalf of the beneficiaries, we say we are very proud of you, and we continue to put our best. We will not let you down.
For the special advisor on media to the coordinator of the Niger Delta Amnesty Program, Murphy Ganagana, the aim of the coordinator is to empower beneficiaries immediately to get them running their businesses immediately after.
We have units that monitor the progress of beneficiaries we have empowered to ensure that these items given to them are not sold out. So anything that happens in the Niger Delta will adversely affect the nation, and that is why we ensure that trainings and empowerments go on regularly.
It is expected that these ones will go on to own their businesses, cater for themselves and families, and not have to rely on the stipends being paid to them by the federal government or relapse to their former adverse ways.
They should go out there and make use of whatever they have been given to start up independently in life and to become great ambassadors to this country.
The Intervention Amnesty Program is geared towards enabling ex-militants acquire requisite knowledge and skills to achieve sustainable reintegration back into the society. From Warri, Anwuli Okolo, NTA News.
And now, away from empowerment, motorists as well as communities along the NTABENIN road are happy with the level of work on the ongoing dollarization of road. The people spoke during a media tour to the project sites in Edo State, led by the Director of Highways South-South, Godwin Eke. Eugene Ndubisi was there for NT News.
Since the dualization of the road began, road users on that axis have observed that road mishaps have reduced, while socio-economic lives of the inhabitants of the communities in the area has improved.
My motor born for here Audi, based on the road they tiny, but now the road they okay.
They should continue like this. We appreciate it. It's a good job.
We are happy that we see the road. The road users are happy. We, the community, are happy. We don't have any casualty again.
Market day, they come here, come sell to give my children food. I'm a supplier of cement to one of the companies constructing the road, and anytime we supply, they pay instantly.
The 47.40 kilometers of Benin-Lokoja Road, Section 5, Eho, has 404 direct manpower and 2,020 indirect manpower from the communities. Materials for the work are said to be sourced locally. At other sites visited, such as Ewu, Opela, and Sapele, Abo, Ewu Road Section 2, which is 75 kilometers, are also engaging the locals heavily. Some project site managers who attributed little delay to paucity of funds and lack of access to water are hopeful to deliver quality work.
We will keep on progressing and we will keep on trying our best. Where we are here, we are at kilometer 36 and the activity is sand cement as sub-base. Other activity also is moving with the other activities, filling in front, batching of the existing road, repair of existing road, almost 95% done.
Director of Highways South-South Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, Godwin Eke, expressed satisfaction, especially the cooperation of the host communities, as he explained that issues affecting the projects, mostly fund, have been resolved.
We are asking for patience. We are having so many areas that we are considering to improve the funding of all these road projects. So combined with the national budget, I think we are on course to complete this project.
The media tour is not just to monitor the project, but to ascertain how the construction is impacting lives in terms of reduction of youth unemployment and road accidents on the highway. In Benin, Eugenia Ndubisi, NTA News.
You're watching NTA News. Ahead on the news tonight, more calls for peace as INEC released timetable for Edo governorship election. Details of this and more when we return. Stay with us.
On the 26th of this month, latest, you will get your alert reflecting the movement.
In fact, By 24 January 2020, workers for Edo don't get bank alert for the new minimum wage as promised, and workers they happy. As usual, Governor Obaseki don't put smile for workers' face. Pensioners uncle for Edo State, immediately you retire, or yeah, your monthly pension don't start with that. Our pensioners wey dey wear black protest before because they no pay them. Now white dem wear for the last May Day to show their happiness under Obaseki. Make una look the completed Block C and D Secretariat buildings, the new Odige Oyedun Staff Training School, the new High Court and Judges Quarters. Hey, this na Obaseki wonder. My people, una never see anything yet too. Our governor of the work. Make una clap for am, boy. Now, concerned citizens of Edo State, now bring this message.
International ministries to satisfy the quest for entrepreneurship and technological advancement. First private polytechnic in Edo State. OND and HND programs fully operational with accredited courses in various disciplines.
At Lighthouse Polytechnic, we offer the following programs in ND and HND: accountancy, business administration and management, banking and finance, computer engineering, computer science, electronic engineering, estate management and valuation, public administration and statistics.
Purchase of application form can be made at New Covenant Gospel Church by Dr. Grammar School near Benin City. Lighthouse Polytechnic, Kilometer 32, Benin-Asaba Expressway near Abudu, Edo State. For further inquiry, please call 0803-733-0911 or log on to lighthousepolytechnic.edu.ng. Lighthouse Polytechnic, Christ-centered institution and light to the nations.
When you think of a home away from home, a place of comfort and relaxation, think no further. O&A Hotels is the answer. Come and experience the luxury life at O&A Hotels, fully digitized with smart TVs, unlimited movies, free Wi-Fi, shows, and lots more. Check out our single and executive suites, fully air-conditioned with a complimentary breakfast for our customers. O&A Hotels, it is a one-stop shop with business center, event hall, clubhouse, gym, shopping mall, lounge, restaurant, indoor and outdoor catering services. We boast of well-trained security personnel with CCTV cameras and 24/7 power supply. O&A Shopping Mall is available for rentage at affordable prices for interested businessmen and women. We are located at 26 Uselu Lagos Road near 5 Junction, Benin City, Edo State. For more information, please visit oandahotels.com or call us on 08111 351111. O&A Hotels. Home away from home.
Next time you visit the ancient city of Benin, two things will excite you: the warmth and welcome of its people, and of course, the class and style of its hospitality business. Randeki Gold, home of hospitality like no other, located in one of the most serene environments in the ancient city, truly classy and exquisite with world-class facilities. Fully equipped digital multipurpose hall with life-size, ultra-high definition LED screen, 180 square meters king-size swimming pool with bubble bath, enough to leave you breathless. The exotic Ariel's Bistro and Grill restaurant with variety of continental dishes, especially some of the rarest delicacies you can find in town. Fact is, a visit will truly convince you that we are gold. Randeki Gold is the gold wing of the prestigious Randeki Royal Hotel at 6 Henry Street off Ihama and Boundary Roads, GRA Benin City. www.randekihotels.com. Randeki Gold, our hospitality is gold.
Thanks for staying tuned. Now, judgment in the case between the state government and Tony Adun alias Kabaka over violations of building law was today stalled. This is to enable the courts accommodate an application for fair hearing brought up by counsel to the claimant. Uduakobong Achibong has the details. And now to the next report now. Let's take a look at the timetable released by INEC for the governorship election in the state on September 19.
From the timetable released by INEC, notice of election is on the 1st of June 2020 in accordance with provision of Section 30, subsection 1 of the 2010 Electoral Act as amended, which stipulates notices of election not later than 90 days before the election. Collection of forms for the election by political parties at the INEC headquarters is slated for June 2nd. 2nd of June to the 27th of same month are for conduct of party primaries, including resolution of disputes arising from the primaries. This is to enable political parties democratically nominate candidates for the election as required by Section 87 of the Electoral Act of 2010. The 21st of June is the flag-off of campaign for the election, while 29th July, 6 o'clock in the evening, is the deadline for submission of forms EC9 and EC9B at the INEC headquarters. 6th July is scheduled for publication of personal particulars of candidates, and July 13th, last day for withdrawal by candidate and replacement of withdrawn candidates by political parties. Last day for submission of nomination forms by political parties is July 20, and 13th August is billed for publication of official register of voters for the election. 20th August is for publication of final list of candidates, and 1st September publication of notice of poll, and same day is slated for submission of names of polling agents for the election to the electoral officer at the local government area. Campaigns end on the 17th of September, 24 hours before the election on 19th September 2020. In Benin, Agatha Egwarojo, NTA News.
And still talking politics, APC chieftains from the 6 geopolitical zones in the country are worried over the political development in Edo State. They want urgent and amicable resolution of the issues. They paid visits to Pastor Osage Eze Iyamu in Benin. Agatha Egwarojo again reports.
Spokesperson for the pioneer members of the APC from the 6 geopolitical zones of the country and vice chairman of the APC in Cross River State, Cletus Ogun, expressed concern over the poor state of affairs in the political landscape, owing to what he describes as selfish political interests. Mr. Ogun recalled that Pastor Osage Eze Iyamu, a former vice chairman south of the defunct Action Congress of Nigeria, ACN, and a member of the committee that drafted the document for the merger of the APC, and as such would support him in his political aspiration.
Over 2,000 wards in this country, over 360 federal constituencies and 109 senatorial districts in this country produced Adams Oshimole as national chairman. To engage in the ridiculous attempt to say that he's being suspended or disciplined by even Edo State is, to say the least, that will not be accepted by any member of this party from any part of this country. Do not therefore be afraid and distracted and be discouraged from coming out to serve the people of Edo State in any capacity you desire. This group will support you and will go to any length.
Pastor Eze Iyamu is appreciative of the visit.
I am determined to be a solution provider, and that's why we are working behind the scene to see how we can talk to people on both sides on the need to come together. And let me assure you that the efforts we are making, which is not in the public domain, is yielding results.
He later conducted his guests around his new office situated at 37 Etiti Road, GRA, Benin City. He assured of open door policy. Pastor Eze Iyamu in December 2019 formally joined the APC. In Benin, Agatha Egwarojo, NTA News.
Now, Edo State government has expressed satisfaction over the report received from the Udro-Ekeme Edo APC Mobilization Committee set up to canvass for more members across the 18 local government areas of the state. Deputy Governor Phyllis Shaibu received the report. Elizabeth Moko reports.
Receiving the report on behalf of the governor of the state, Governor Gordon Obaseki, the Deputy Governor Philip Shaibu commended the committee for a job well done, expressing readiness of Mr. Governor using the reports to move the state forward. According to the Deputy Governor, wooing new members into the party is one main reason for constituting the committee, and wants party members to see it as a duty that must be accomplished, just as they will be received genuinely into the party's fold.
We are not deviated from the party stand for the tradition of the party has been in Edo State. Somehow, the activity of receiving members into our party, and we have said, just like we have worked with the party in terms of governance, like the president also have approved, we have said we will receive our members that want to join us from ward to local government to state.
Party stalwarts urged members in the state to always remain steadfast and put the party's interests first in all they do. In Benin, Elizabeth Omako, NTA News.
And now, judgment in the case between the state government and Tony Adu alias Kabaka over violation of building law was today stalled. This is to enable the court accommodate an application for fair hearing brought up by counsel to the claimant. Uduakobong Achibong has the details.
The case, which has been in court for some time now, borders on a property measuring 100 feet by 200 feet belonging to the claimant, Tony Adung, which the defendant, the state government, is contending that the owner did not acquire the building plan permit. This led to the defendant serving the claimant demolition notice, which counsel to the claimant responded by filing an action against government to stay execution on the demolition of the property. This Friday was slated for judgment on the case, but counsel to the claimant drew the attention of the court to a new development which he described as an act preempting the judgment. He said the subject matter of the suit had been dissipated. He argued that if the court should go ahead with the judgment, it will render it null and void, and asked the court to enforce the rule of law and order for the reinstatement of the demolished property. After listening to arguments from both counsels, Justice D.I. Okumboa delivered a ruling that the court would take the application. Counsel to the claimant, Leonard Osaragie, and the counsel to the defendant, Wole Iyamu, SAN, reacted this way.
We are asking status quo ante. As at the time we came to court, that building was there. We all agreed. We have 5 processes. There's no contention as to whether there was a building there or not. The government, we have agreed on those points that there was a building there erecting. As at the time we came to court and before judgment was delivered, that building has been brought down to rubbles. And that is not the position. That's in Ojuku, in military administrator of Lagos State and Ojuku, the Supreme Court said that will be amount to for the use of force, which our law condemns.
The claimant, through his counsel, filed a motion which to take some steps in the case after the case has been judgment. Before the court is that, or was that the case having been fixed for judgment, the business of the court was to deliver that judgment. However, the court did not agree with us.
The case was adjourned to February 26 for hearing of the application. In Benin, Wakobong, NTA.
We sincerely apologize for some poor audio quality in part of that report. And now, with release of governorship election timetable, religious leaders and other residents of Benin City are calling on politicians to shed their sword